Hi, my name is Cherie Page, and this is my therapeutic riding certification video. We have the lovely Miss Tango, who's taking a little snooze in the sun, and we have the lovely Ashley, who will be our rider today. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and point out that the extra orange cone that's in the middle of the arena is our designation point for our 20-meter circle. And the poles that are across the backside are designating that this is a working area that we will stay inside while warming up and doing our pattern. So before we came into the arena, I did a tack check. The saddle is in good repair. It is sitting nice and centered, not too forward, not too back. And the saddle pad is also sitting nice and centered, not too forward, not too back. Our head stall is in good repair. Our reins are securely attached and safely go up to the top. Our stirrups are facing the correct direction, and we will go ahead and do a tack check before we have the mounting block come over. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a nice tack check right here at her sternum, making sure it's not too tight and not too loose so our saddle stays nice and centered as we move through our corners. So before we, Miss Tango is itchy, before we get on, Miss Ashley, what are some goals you would like to work on for yourself today?
I would like to work on sitting back when
Mm-hmm.
I walk and also keeping my reins a little bit tighter and
Mm,
extending them looser.
okay, yes. Those are some great goals to work on for horseback riding with Tango. Specifically, what are some goals that you would like Tango to work on today?
Staying in the trot and not
Yes,
sloping off,
yes.
and also keeping her shoulders square.
Mm-hmm. Not being a wiggle worm. All right, lovely. Okay, Carrie, can you bring over the mounting block for me, please? And Ashley, before we mount, um, let's go ahead and talk about mounting. So first, Ashley is an able-bodied, independent rider. So we are going to go through the steps of getting on and mounting, and she can do this herself. And I will be on the other side with my hand in the stirrup, putting weight in to make sure that our saddle stays nice and balanced as she gets on, so we can be safe. So Ashley, before we get on, you're going to walk up the stairs quietly. You're going to hold your reins in your left hand nice and kind of tightly so she doesn't try to step off. If she were to walk away, you could control her. You are going to put your left foot in your stirrup and you're going to hoist yourself with your right leg up and over Tango, making sure not to hit Tango's butt with your leg, sitting down quietly and slipping your foot into the stirrup on the other side, and then we will take the mounting block out. So I'm going to go ahead and position this. There we go. I'm going to go on the other side. Okay, so go ahead and step on up the stairs and grab your reins, making sure you have control of your horse. Very nice. Okay, go ahead and swing that leg up and over when you are ready, sitting down quietly. Beautiful mount. Lovely. Miss Carrie, would you take our mounting block out and close the gate so we are all safe inside? All right, lovely. So we have our goals ready to go. We are going to go ahead and start with the warm up. The warm up will have pieces of the pattern so that we can practice every piece so that when we're ready for our test and ready for our pattern, which goes pretty quick and fast, we'll be able to do it really lovely and execute it beautifully. All right, so how do you feel up there? All right, how's Miss Tango doing? All right, let's check these stirrups. Nice and even. Okay, girls. So we're going to go ahead and ask Miss Tango for a walk on. We're going to do that with our cues, with our hands forward, our seat nice and centered, a little squeeze of the legs, and a little voice command of asking her to walk on. We're going to walk on past this white cone, and we're going to turn to the right, and we're going to go ahead and go towards the blue cone. And we're going to go ahead and do a nice circle around blue, green, and orange. And we're going to talk about warming up and all the pieces of the pattern. You feel ready? Beautiful. Okay. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through your nose, not through your mouth. Look straight ahead and ask Miss Tango to walk on with your cues. There you go. You had to give her a little extra bump, a little wakey wakey. She was taking a little siesta. I'm going to check your saddle. Let's go ahead and have you put some weight in your right stirrup. Nice. Very nice. Thank you for following that direction. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and walk past blue, and actually onto green. And we're going to do more walking for this warm up before we get started into it. So, warming up is very important for our body, for our horse's body. It increases blood flow, it increases oxygen to our muscles, it allows us and our horse to have increased balance, increased flexibility, increase um, our ability to not have injuries, hopefully, as we are riding. So, one of the things you're really going to work on with your goals with Tango today is going to be a half halt because you're going to keep her in that trot. A half halt is when we squeeze our reins with our ring fingers. Okay, what that gives us the time to rebalance our horse, check her back, and let her know that a change is coming. It also is going to help you keep some rhythm and pace as you are going through your corners. We are going to practice also a sitting trot. We do that by keeping our legs nice and long, wrapping them around her barrel, keeping our arms elastic, looking straight, and giving a squeeze. We will also practice in this first part of the warm up a posting trot. We do this by rising and falling with the outside leg on the wall. So when that right shoulder is out, when the outside shoulder is out, our bum is up out of the saddle. Okay? We keep our legs nice and long. We want to look where we're going, make sure our seat is nice and secure and our back is nice and straight. So we're going to practice that half halt. So after this white cone and before blue, we're going to ask for that half halt and we're going to practice a posting trot in a circle from blue to green to orange. So go ahead and ask for a nice half halt, look up nice and straight, give her a little squeeze if you have to. There you go. So through this circle, all right, you feel you're on the correct diagonal? Yes. Through this circle, we are going to open that inside rein. Oh, yep, check her back a little bit. She wanted to do a little canter. We're going to put a little bit of pressure on that inside rein, asking her, tipping her nose in, looking for a little bit of eyelash and keeping your head looking where you want to go. Believe it or not, every time we move our head, our horse knows where we're looking. Good girl. And you're doing a lovely job with your posting. We are going to go ahead at green and we are going to cross the diagonal on down to yellow and we are good girl. And we are going to change our diagonal in the middle by sitting 2 beats. So in between these white cones, I'm going to have you sit 2 beats and I'm going to have you change your diagonal. Sitting, okay. And do you feel that you are on the correct diagonal? Yes. All right, we're going to make another circle, practicing the other side from yellow to red and all the way back around to red. Circles are important. They allow us to increase our flexion with our horse, balance. We're going to use those in our corners as we ask her for canter and ask her to engage those hind quarters. I like that you're looking up and straight. Those reins are nice, not too tight. Oh, good job keeping her in that trot. She sure is thinking about that cancer, isn't she? Oh, we're not yet. We're not there, Miss Tango. All right, Miss Ashley. At red, we're going to go ahead and practice a half circle to the left and a half circle to the right with changing our rein in the middle, which means changing our direction. So go ahead and open that inside rein. There you go. Look where you're going. When you get to, there you go. I like that you look down and kind of check that posting you were doing. Go ahead and open that inside rein again, looking where you want to go to blue and on to green. Nice. Okay, go ahead and gently sit down. We're going to sit this trot and talk about a downward transition. Nice. I love that you kept her motion, kept that pace. Don't let her bottom out. All right, so for a downward transition, we're going to be using that half halt. We're going to squeeze those ring fingers, give a little pull back, and squeeze with our legs, asking her to just glide into a walk. So go ahead and try that now, not letting her bottom out. She does like to do that. All right, a little hustle in your bustle, Miss Tango. Work and walk. There you go. I like that you're giving her some bumps, asking her to keep going. There you go. Very nice. Take a nice breath. There you go. Very good. Okay, I'm going to have you come in to the middle of the arena in between the two white cones. And we're going to ask her to hoe by pulling our reins to our pockets. When she is stopped, we will release that pressure, letting her know that that's what we wanted. Very nice. Give her a nice little rub. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and check your girth, and we're going to talk about cantering. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and check this girth again. Making sure. Yep, saddle looks all good. Okay. Beautiful. So, Miss Tango loves cantering. That's her favorite thing. So, when we are asking our horse for a canter, it means that we keep our inside leg at the girth and our outside leg behind the girth. We make sure our seat bones are nice and centered, but not glued into that saddle. We want them to be flexible. We want to be able to ride that wave and follow our seat. Elbows nice and elastic, but for her, you might have to hold back a little bit for her. So there'll be a little bit of a dance between how much rain goes in, how much rain goes out. Okay. We're going to be really practicing on going deep into those corners so that she has a chance to really engage those hindquarters and really get that canter and get on that right lead. So we're going to go ahead and practice that now. So we're going to go ahead and walk out to this right white white cone, and we're going to go ahead and turn and face the orchard. So go ahead and ask her to walk on with your cues. Nice. Give her, yep, she needs a little extra bump up. That's okay, but she's licking and chewing. Licking and chewing is a beautiful thing. Miss Tango saying, I'm on board. I'm on this team. Let's do this, girls. We got this. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and keep walking. And before we get to red, so right in between these cones, we're going to give her a little half halt. We're going to do that canter in that corner. So go ahead and ask for inside leg at the girth, outside leg behind the girth. Nice elastic arms. Go ahead and ask for a beautiful canter. Woo! I like how you held on tight there and you did not go forward too much. We're going to work on that down the other side. Your pelvis and your seat look really good with following that motion. At blue, we're going to downward transition and cut across the arena. Oh, Miss Tango, bottoming out. That's okay. All right, we're going to ride. We're just going to sit this trot. I like how you kept asking. You did not let her just stop. When we, she real wants a canter. All right, Tango, don't worry. At red, you're going to get that chance. There you go. Give her a little bump. All right, Miss Ashley, go ahead. Ask for that half halt inside leg at girth, outside leg behind girth. Nice. I like that you also use that inside rein to help bring her around, bend her. After green, you're going to practice that half halt, downward transition, not letting her bottom out into a trot. Go ahead and half halt. Very nice. That was way better than the other one. Miss Tango, no bottoming out. Oh, yeah, no cantering and no cantering. All right, go ahead and downward transition into a nice, easy walk. Nice. So our half halts are also important because they give our horse notice of what's coming. We don't just slam on the brakes. You did really good with working with her. She really wanted to canter, and she also wanted to kind of bottom out, but she's staying pretty straight today. I did see you down that long side. Have to give her a little bit of correction with that outside rein, asking her to stay within your two hands. So really great job on that. Oh, Miss Tango, how you doing? Look at she's looking. All right, Miss Ashley, we're gonna come on in. We're gonna make a U-turn around this white cone. We'll practice another turn and a little bend. We're going to go ahead and open that inside rein, looking where we want to go, remembering that every single piece of our body the horse can feel no matter how big and thick our saddle is. Nice. And there you go. Inside, a little bit of bump up with that inside leg. All right. And ho. Very nice. Okay. How you feeling? All right. How's Miss Tango feeling? Yes. You girls are looking good. Okay. All right. Go ahead and put that right there. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Take a nice deep breath. Are you ready to do your pattern?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think the Miss Tango is also really ready too. All right, so our pattern is going to be quick and fast. We have all the elements of what we just practiced. So no new things. Okay, we're going to go ahead and ask Miss Tango to walk on. So we're going to check in with our seat bones, make sure we're nice and centered. We're going to check and make sure our feet and heels are down, really good. We're going to go ahead and look straight to the orchard, and we're going to go ahead and ask for a walk on. Nice. And pretty quickly, we're going to go ahead after this red cone. Oh, nice. Good job keeping her in a walk. She really wanted to go. Okay. All right, Miss Tango, we're not going to canter. We are going to do some trotting, a posting trot. So at F, Miss Ashley, go ahead and ask for a posting trot. You're going to have to maybe shorten your reins a little bit to keep this girl. Nice. Okay, we're going to cross the diagonal from yellow to green. Good job shortening your reins. Are you on the correct diagonal? Yes, and you look down to double check. All right, in between, in the middle of the arena, between these two white cones, we are going to switch our diagonal. So go ahead and sit 2 beats. And do you feel that you're on the correct diagonal now? Yes, lovely. All right, so we are going to go ahead and cross this diagonal again, but this time we're going to go ahead and sit this trot. So we're going to go ahead and just gently sit down, keeping that motion going, keeping that, following that seat. Give her a little bump if you need to, keeping that working trot going. Okay. Oh, yes. Pull. Got to check her back a little bit. Nice half halt. Oh, not too slow, Miss Tango. All right. So we're going to go ahead. And we're going to go ahead and practice that canter, which she's ready for. Okay, so give her a little half halt. Use that deep corner. Inside leg at the girth, outside leg behind the girth. Nice and elastic elbows. Good job. You really sat up tall. Beautiful transition. All right. And on down to blue, where we are going to go ahead and downward transition. Yep. We're going to go ahead and practice those half circles to the right and to the left in that posting trot. Changing rein in the middle. So we're going to open up that inside rein, tipping that nose. When you get to the middle, we're going to go ahead and open up our left rein, which is now our inside, and asking her to stay kind of straight through that. Circles help us keep our horse nice and straight. Oh, good job checking her back a little bit. She knows she wants to canter. All right, go ahead and sit that trot. Take a breath. Let her, there you go, keep her with you. All right, now go ahead and half halt and ask for that canter from red on down to green. No problem at all there. All right, it's actually when you get to green and you have a really nice seat, following that motion, keeping that momentum going, we're going to practice that downward transition. So go ahead and hold her in, get their trot. There you go. We're going to take that circle, remembering that circles are really important. There you go, keeping her in that trot, keeping her nice and straight, bending that nose in a little bit of eyelash. There you go. There you go. Going in a circle all the way around back to green, and you're working really hard at keeping her in a trot. You are doing a wonderful job of staying calm and asking her to stay in this gait, not breaking it. When we get to blue, we're going to go ahead and ask for another downward transition into a walk, not losing our momentum, keeping a working walk. Very nice. I like that I saw that little bump with your legs and a little bit of half halt. We're going to go ahead and just gently walk on down to yellow, and we're going to come on into the middle, and we're going to go ahead and practice backing up, which is something that horses don't naturally do just to do in the wild. So this does require trust, and it requires patience. The way that we're going to ask Miss Tango to back up is with bumps on her nose, okay? So when we ask for a step back, it's going to be a bump. So for 4 steps back, it's going to be a bump, 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 bump towards your pockets, okay? And when you ask her to stop, we're going to really have to work on asking her to toe because, well, sometimes she just wants to go ahead and step off. This girl has a little more go and then a little more woe. All right, come on in. Let's go ahead and practice that hoe. I like that you kept her nice and straight. I saw that with your reins. Very nice. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and take a nice breath and go ahead and bump, bump 4 times, 4 steps back. Nice. I like you're using your voice too. Very nice. And then keeping her there. Don't let her step forward yet. Good. Okay, take a nice breath and ask her to walk 4 steps forward. Nice bump bringing those reins forward, letting her have some of her head in her neck. And oh, very nice. Oh, how was that? Yes, she really wanted to break into that canter today, and you worked incredibly hard at keeping her straight, using your half halt, using your seat, and being able to use your cues to kind of keep her back. She wanted to even canter, not even walking. So she really wanted to work on her goals today. And you did really lovely with when you went into that canter, into that lope, that you didn't lean too forward. Sometimes she dips her nose, and so sometimes that's kind of hard, but you did really good. Back nice and straight, shortening up on those reins when you needed to. It's kind of a delicate balance with her of how much rein, because sometimes too much, she dips her nose, she gets a little wiggly. So you did really good with that. Before we dismount, we're going to talk about a dismount. Okay. So we're going to hold our reins in our left hand. Okay. We are going to take our right foot out of our stirrup. We're going to bring it back over Miss Tango's bum, not hitting her bum, sitting with our tummy on our saddle and kicking our other foot out and sliding down, making sure that our horse does not go anywhere. And I'm going to stand right here to make sure she doesn't go anywhere. So if you can go ahead and demonstrate for me a nice safe dismount, that would be great. Beautiful. High five. High five, Miss Tango. Good job. Okay, so next week when we meet, we'll keep working on keeping her in that trot. She really does love cantering. That's just her favorite thing to do. So we're going to keep working on her being able to stay connected, you girls staying connected, and being able to stay nice and straight and stay in that trot. You did excellent today. And you too, Miss Tango. That concludes my video. Thank you for watching.